up? What's happening, good people? Be sure to smash that like, sub to it. We're going to talk boxing and we're going to move right into basketball. I want to give a shout out to the whole Lions Den, basketball, and boxing communities. Salute to everybody. Salute to the brothers, man, that was able to go to New York. Um, Salute to the brother 78. Uh, Drew Titan LLC, BFTB. Um, Shout out to Black Fight Fan and CC Reacts um, and Blue Blood. Shout out to everybody that was out there holding it down for New York. And and of course, got to give a shout out to the Haneys too for being out there. And I'm gonna talk about them in just a minute. Uh, Also, want to give a shout out to Monty Brown TV. Saw him going live on this Town Biz, and also want to give a shout out to um, everything boxing and sports. So, um, let's talk about this right quick. All right, like this is what we got to understand, man, about this whole Devin Haney, the the Devin Haney loss, and Ryan Garcia winning. Um, Without a doubt, Ryan Garcia, he went out there and he he pretty much outclassed Devin Haney. Okay, he dominated him. Okay, hold on, let's see, um, he dominated Devin Haney. Okay, now what's interesting is that I would say the first 4 rounds, maybe the first 4 rounds, 5 rounds, maybe. They could have went either way. It could have went either way. Um, but it was that left hook, man. Um, it was that left hook, and the thing about it is too. Um, Bill Haney brought up a good point. Okay, shout out to Bill Haney. His psychological tactics, when we talk about Ryan Garcia, they worked. You said, I told my brother I placed a bet for Garcia about decision. Wow, wow. Hey, shout out to you. Be more legend too, man. Um, I'll turn the light on a little bit so y'all can see me. Well, a lot of people did vote on Ryan. Okay, oddly enough, a lot of people did vote on Ryan. But see, Haney was looked at as the better fighter. Okay, he was looked at as the better fighter, and not only the better fighter, a lot of people would say that he had his sanity. Okay, um, that's the thing that we have to understand, that Ryan, he was going on social media, you know, doing all these psychological tactics outside of the ring, and he was doing it inside of the ring too. He pretty much, to say the least, he was in Devin Haney's head. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I want people to understand, I'm a Devin Haney fan. If you follow my channel and you know my channel, and those of y'all that have been rocking with me for a while, I'm Team Haney all day. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I don't have anything against Tank. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to make that clear. I think Tank is a great fighter and everything, but you know, leading up into this fight and everything, I just felt like Tank hadn't really been doing as much as Haney, but clearly I was wrong. You said, "What up, Polo? Did Haney have the title, or was it?" Nah, it was a non-title fight, man. It was a non-title fight. It was a non-title fight, and those of y'all that don't know, Devin Haney Ryan Garcia is not going to do a rematch. They don't plan on doing a rematch. And the reason why he doesn't want to do a rematch is because he said he has a hard time, and a lot of people, and that's another thing too. A lot of people are talking about the weight, how he missed weight. What's up, Brown Sugar? What's up? What's up, Matt Moses? Um, a lot of people felt like he missed weight, and a lot of people are throwing that in there. But at the same token, it was only a couple pounds, but a couple pounds does make a difference. But at the same token, uh, Ryan Garcia was saying that he had a lot of trouble making the weight. That's why he wants to fight at 147, and he doesn't want to fight at 140. He doesn't want to do a rematch at 140. He doesn't want to do a rematch at 140. No, it's not going to be a rematch. It's not going to be a rematch, man. It's not going to be a rematch. And if there is a rematch, you have to understand this, Stephen. Um, it's going to be in Garcia's. He's got control pretty much of all of that right now. And then on top of that, the way that he got outclassed, the man dropped him 5 times. He dropped him 5 times, man. Um, and I want to dispel the rumor too. His jaw isn't broken. Okay. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports. His jaw isn't broken. Please hit the like button when you come in, please. His jaw is not broken. I want to make that point very clear. But overall, listen, this loss was good for Devin Haney. Um, Listen, let me tell you why this loss was good. Okay, now if we're looking at it from a boxing perspective, let's look at it like this, right? Over time, a lot of boxers that have been considered the greats, like the Joe Lewis's, the Muhammad Ali's, the Sugar Ray Robinsons. I'm talking about back in the days, Roy Jones Jr. Even Mike Tyson. Everybody, but they still look at those guys with prestige. You know what I'm saying? And see, everybody in this fight game now, they're so focused on keeping that keeping that donut. You know what I'm saying? Because of Mayweather. Okay? They want to keep that because of Mayweather. Well, listen, if you want to be honest, that's honestly messing up boxing because everybody's afraid to fight each other. The fact that you're able to lose and then you come back, that's what boxing is about. Now let's see how Devin Haney responds to this because like Monty Brown TV was saying, shout out to Monty Brown TV. He was saying this. He said you're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna make memes. They're gonna be on the internet. The internet is undefeated. Okay, he's going to be on social media. Everybody going to be talking about him. They're going to be talking about him for a minute up until he comes back and he gets in the ring and he fights again and he avenges his loss. You said what's the next fight? We don't know that yet, Steven. Right now, everybody's focusing on the Tank fight. Okay, what's up with it, Cypress? I see you in here, bro. You said I think Haney is damaged, just like no, absolutely not. He's too young, man. Haney's not damaged, man. Hey, the guy took a L. I could see if Haney was badly hurt, like a Errol Spence. You got to understand, like with Errol Spence, he's had to have surgeries. He's had to have two different surgeries on his eye. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Errol Spence was in a car accident in which a lot of people wouldn't have survived. And then on top of that, he tried to jump back in the ring and he wasn't even 85%. Then on top of that, some people were speculating that, he, got issues going on as far as CTE. Now that hasn't been confirmed or anything like that. But when you talk about the slurred speech and, you know, how he talks and stuff, and you're talking to an Earl Spence fan, okay? It's a difference. But when you look at Haney, Haney is just he's going through a process right now, and he ran into a Ryan Garcia that used psychological tactics against him, and it worked. It happened to work. And see, another thing is okay. That is what boxing is about, man. It's about coming back and responding and seeing how you're gonna make up for that loss. Everybody thinks like, oh, Haney, he's done. You got to understand that the Haneys are actually beneficial for boxing. Look, a lot of people felt like Bill Haney, he set his son up for failure and stuff like that. No, he didn't, because there are a lot of fathers out here that don't do uh, anything, nowhere near what Bill Haney has done. And he brought up a good point, Bill Haney, what he said this loss is a loss that he it comes with him doing something productive with his life, like boxing or something like that. It wasn't a loss of him being on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Him going to jail, like Bill Haney has experienced, or something like that. Man, this is something that he could rebound from. Man, yes, he has. Yes, he has, man. He's had surgery though. He's had surgery. He's had surgery, and then on top of that, he's about to fight. Because he had a choice. What's it called? Had to vacate the belt, and I forgot his name, man. I always forget his name, man. He's like he was the tall cat that ended up winning. I always forget his name or whatever, but Spence was trying to fight him, and then go after Terrence Crawford. Me myself personally, I wouldn't have wanted him to fight Terrence Crawford again. But me myself personally, I really wanted Spence to retire. If you really want to be honest, if and not because of the loss or anything like that, but because of him having all these surgeries. We're talking about on his eye. We're talking about cataract surgery, and we're talking about a partially torn retina. Your quality of life is going to be damaged after a while. You said a fighter uh, has no losses, is afraid of a first loss because that could mess up a boxer career, and most fighters that have old losses scared of losing. Um, some of that is true, but some of it isn't. Okay. A lot of people they put that on Floyd Mayweather because he was able to choose his opponents and stuff. He had control over his opponents. At the latter part of his career. But if we're talking about guys that didn't lose the fight, when we talk about a guy like I think who was it? Jack Dempsey. I don't think he had lost the fight. You know what I'm saying? Um, Andre Ward, he didn't lose any fight, even though some people felt like he lost some fight. But some guys don't want to continue to lose. Some guys win, loss, or draw, they fight them all. That's why I have so much healthy respect for a guy like Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? An L doesn't define you. It's how you respond to that. It's how you come back. It's how you bounce back. You know what I'm saying? And you turn the loss into a lesson, and then the lessons into blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. That's what the Bill Haney was saying. I've always said that to myself. You don't let no loss really define you. That you take that L and you hold your chin up. But of course, that's what the internet does. They're gonna be like, oh man, you got people up in here saying Haney should retire and all this other stuff. Haney ain't even 30 yet. This guy hadn't even reached. Man, he barely went past his prime. Man, Haney is still young. I could see if Haney was like, you know, about to be 36 or 37 years old or something like that, and was losing consistently. This was his first loss, man. He suffered a defeat. Okay, Ryan Garcia, he lost. You know what I'm saying? They both got one. They both got one L on their resume. That's another thing that people ain't talking about. Ryan Garcia got stopped by Tank. See, y'all don't want to talk about that. Yeah, Rocky Marciano. Yeah, Rocky Marciano. That's what it was. I think I got mixed up. I think Jack Dempsey ended up. My bad. I got mixed up with Jack Dempsey and Rocky Marciano. But yeah, Rocky Marciano. But see, back in those days, man, that was a whole nother era right there, man. They were fighting. They was having a slugfest, and the rounds were longer. Yeah, man, that was back in the days, and that's when the mob really controlled boxing. They really controlled boxing. Um, but yeah, man, he'll bounce back, man. You know what I'm saying? And if he loses another fight, that doesn't to me, because I had posed the question earlier. I posed the question, and I said, will this loss hinder his legacy? And I asked that for a reason. Okay, and a lot of people were like, yes, it's not going to hinder his legacy because he did something that a lot of guys weren't able to do, which was become undisputed. And he only lost one time, man. I could see, Canelo lost. He lost two times, and he got what I think what one draw on his record. You know, Canelo. Now he didn't hit the canvas or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the way that people are looking at it is because um, he got knocked down. But guess what? He finished the fight. He kept getting up. It'd be different if he was laid out and knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened to Nate Robinson and stuff. And I'm sorry to bring up Nate Robinson because I know He going through it right now. You know what I'm saying? But if it was like that, then yeah, you know what I'm saying. But the fact that he get back up and he's still staying in the fight, still showed heart. He finished the fight. You know, an L don't really define you, and see that's what's wrong with it. Everybody wants you to be perfect. They want you to. They think because you have a O on your record, they think, okay, yeah, this guy was flawless. Nah, that's not the case, man. That's not the case. Because Ryan Garcia, now they looking at Ryan Garcia. Now, listen, Ryan Garcia, he's already a social media darling. So everybody's already on him. You said the first loss will make Haney stronger. Um, he bounced back. Who do you think would win between Rocky? Oh, Ali, man. If we're talking about Ali in his prime, if we're talking about if we're talking about Ali like a young Cassius Clay, like a young Muhammad Ali, Ali, man, Ali, Ali all day. Cause Rocky Marciano wasn't that tall. I think he was like maybe about 5'9" or something like that. And then you gotta think about it. Ali was like 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", and to be able to move like that, nigga, you crazy. That nigga reach. Nigga had a nigga. Ali had he had the best package in boxing, nigga. That nigga had the pull counter. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had the now. He didn't have like the Philly shell, the the what's it called, the shoulder roll and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But he could still make you miss. His pull counter. That's what everybody adapted. That's a deadly move. A pull counter, nigga. You could lay somebody out. That nigga. That's one of the best moves in boxing. That's nigga. He did it the best. The pull counter. Then you couple that with the jab that he had. He could move. He was light on his feet. He knew how to move, and he was fast, and he could knock you out too. That's why. Okay, listen. When it comes to Ryan Garcia, that's why Ryan Garcia. A lot of people they take that Tank fight, and they're like, oh nah, he gonna lose and all this other stuff. But Ryan Garcia, even though he needed some stuff that he needed to work on, you thing that Ryan Garcia was blessed with is power and speed, and that's what Muhammad Ali had. That's a deadly combination. Tyson first lost to Douglas. Tyson won the same fight. Well, see, man, Tyson. See, the thing about Tyson, though, man, as great as Tyson was, man, every time he ran up against an opponent that was superior, like a Holyfield, like a Lennox Lewis. You know what I'm saying? He ended up losing. He ended up losing, man. All those other guys, like on that list, out of everybody, who can you name it? Unless you really study boxing, unless you really know who. Like, can you name any of the guys? But see, with Muhammad Ali, you can name George Foreman, you can name Frazier, you can name, you know what I'm saying, Sonny Liston. You know what I'm saying? you can name some of these guys that he fought and he actually won. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, even with Mayweather. It's the same thing with Roy Jones. They were fighting guys and they actually won. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about guys that were big names and stuff. With Tyson, every time he ran into a big name, he lost. And Buster Douglas, I mean, nobody. I mean, I'm not gonna say nobody knew who he was, but coming into that fight, nobody expected that. Nobody expected that, and actually, he set the blueprint. Now, of course, there's a lot of conspiracy about the count, how long it took him to count and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it still ended up winning, man. But yeah, man, shout out to both of them, man. Shout out to Ryan Garcia. I know, I still don't like what his father said. I don't have nothing against Ryan Garcia, who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like him doing this, he gained a lot of people's respect. Now his father, you know what I'm saying? I don't too much care for his father, man, because his father he said some racist stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Ryan Garcia, the way that he came out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to tip your hat to him. And this opened up a lot of doors for him. Now he didn't get the belt. He didn't get the championship, but the fact that he was able to just win and put it on display in New York in the Barclay in New York concrete jungle, I'm gonna make it. You late to the party, Sterling? What's up with it, man? Ash Young in the building. You said I saw the fight. I saw the fight. Tyson versus Call the Truth. William 6'5". Yeah, yeah. He won, but I mean, listen, Steven, only you would know that though. You like everybody else, like who can you like? I know him. Like I know that guy. I know who Donovan Razor Ruddick was. I know who, because I think he fought Spinks too. He fought Spinks. And the thing was about Tyson, he was like, yeah, he was fighting these guys, but a lot of people considered them like tomato cans. And then, of course, people started to figure out Buster Douglas had actually set the blueprint on how to beat Tyson or whatever. You said you feel good that my boy won. Hey, the better man won, man. You know what I'm saying? The better man won. Now, Ryan Garcia, man, this is gonna open up a lot of doors for him. Uh, Ryan Garcia, man, like I said, he has a deadly combination of speed and power. And the fact that nobody expected this man, he caught Haney off guard. He caught Haney off guard with his psychological tactics. I picked Haney over Garcia. I have to give Garcia his prize. Yeah, you have to. Look, a lot of people don't want to sit up here and say that Haney um, didn't get dominated or whatever, man. But the truth and the fact of the matter is he did get dominated. It's just like with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. Earl Spence got dominated, and I'm an Earl Spence fan. Ash Young know what I'm talking about. Listen. I like EJ, man, but Terrence Crawford wiped the floor with him. Definitely, I knew that he would get the job done because Haney had never fought a person who was taller, stronger. Come on, man. Now you capping as Young. Well, hey, now what if he would have lost as Young? The only reason you saying that a little bit is because hey, but you know what though? This is the tiebreaker because they fought in amateurs. They fought in amateurs already. So this and they were tied. They were tied 2-2 in amateurs. Am I right? They were tied 2-2 in amateurs. They fought a total of 4 times, and they were tied 2-2. So this was their tiebreaker. But if Ryan Garcia would have lost, man, y'all, you wouldn't be saying that. Yeah, they fought while they was in amateurs, and so this was their tiebreaker right here. And plus, Garcia, they actually kind of had the advantage on each other, but it's just that Garcia came with a better game plan, and the fact that they know how each other fight, they've been fighting each other since amateur or whatever. That's why a lot of people were tripping out on Garcia, on him. He was up in there on OnlyFans having threesomes. He was up in there drinking, partying, smoking, up in there doing psychological tactics on, mental health, even though that's nothing to play with. Up in there on social media, talk about he's seeing the devil and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? and messing with people's mind. But you got to give it to him, man. It was a good psychological tactic. And you know who I think he took a page out of? He took a page out of Mike Tyson's book. Because Mike Tyson used to do that. Ali used to get in people's head like that psychologically. It's a mental game too, man. We got to understand that it's a mental game. But for us to sit up here as young, and for us to sit up here and really act like Garcia was going to come in and dominate like that. Come on, man. You gotta really be honest with yourself. Nobody expected him to dominate like that. Nobody. I don't want to hear none of. Yeah, I knew he would. I knew he would, because a lot of people were doubting. Even his fans were doubting Ryan Garcia. They were like, "Well, I don't know." But yeah, man, Devin Haney's gonna bounce back. This. You said I knew he was gonna win, but I didn't know he was gonna knock him down. Man, listen, bro. Listen. At the end of the day, he didn't knock him out though. Like, the fact that he kept getting up, that's a winner, man. Like, that's like, okay. What if he would have just stayed down? Then the conversation would be different. Then everybody be like, nah, no chance for a rematch. But he still kept coming. He still kept coming, man. That's what you got to give. You got to give Haney his props for just trying to stick to it. Now a lot of people are starting to raise questions about the whole video that came out, in with Tank and the sparring session and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be brought up. Now people saying, "Oh yeah, he'll definitely get laid out by Tank and stuff like that." We don't know until they fight. What happened to Triple G? I don't know where Triple G is. I don't know what Galafin is doing. Last time I know he fought it when he the the last time that he fought Canelo, when they did their trilogy, and Canelo beat him convincingly. You said it should have been a stoppage. No, man. No. And then now I was tripping out. Hey, Ash Young, you know what I was tripping out too, man? I was tripping out how the judge had it a draw. But you got to give Garcia his credit, man. Not only did he beat the refs, he beat the judges too. He beat the fans. He beat the fans that was going against him. He had everything going against him, and that's what you got to give Ryan Garcia his credit. I never, to be honest with you, I never said Ryan Garcia was trash or nothing like that. I didn't like the fact that Ryan Garcia was sitting up in here, man, are you gonna fight or are you not gonna fight? You know what I'm saying? I've always said that. But he got the size, you know what I'm saying? Damn near 6 foot, quick, fast, and on top of that, he power. It's just a matter of him getting up in there. Hey, I was always like, hey, you got to do more than just talking on social media. Let's see you get in the ring, and he did that. He beat all odds, man. All odds working against him. But see, nobody talks about that with Haney. Nobody talked about that with Haney when he went out there, to Australia to fight Cambosos. I remember that, and I remember I told you he better than Haney before. Nah, man, I think you were talking about Tank, man. I never really like with Ryan Garcia. Maybe I guess maybe I don't recall the conversation, but okay. Well, if we want to go ahead and say that I said that, but check this out though. I never said that Ryan. One thing I never said was that Ryan Garcia was trash. If you do your, I know somebody probably gonna do their digging, do their research and everything like that, but I never said that he was trash. Never said that. I just wanted him to just step in the ring and talk. I mean, step in the ring instead of talking. But Haney's always been my guy. He still is my guy. Now you're gonna have a lot of people that are gonna jump off of the ship. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, oh, you lost, all this other stuff. I'm not doing that. I'm still Team Haney, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Team Haney. Hey, all they got to do is just go back to the drawing board. He's still young. He still got a lot of time, man. He got a lot of time. He don't have that. He don't have no injuries. He stays in the gym. He's a workaholic. You know what I'm saying? He'll go. He'll bounce back. Oh no, you just wanted him to be. Yeah, man. I wanted him to. I wanted him to be in the ring, man. And listen, it's one thing to say all this stuff on social media, but I wasn't the only one that felt that way, young. I wasn't the only one that felt that way. There was a lot of people that was like, "Hey, what did they? They used to make up all these names about him: Lying Ryan, Crying Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Shy, you know what I'm saying? They were basically making all these names up about him because he was doing all this stuff on social media, all this, fighting and stuff like that, and training and stuff like that. But it's like everybody wanted to see him fight a quality opponent. But got it. You got to salute him. I could be one of them fans on here, them hardcore Devin Haney fans, and be like, oh no, the refs cheated, and talk about the weight, him missing weight, and all this other stuff. Nah, he stepped up in the ring and he went toe to toe with him. And actually, Haney was getting, it could have went either way the first half of the fight, but then that second half of the fight, Ryan took over. Ryan took over. Man, how y'all feel about the playoffs, man? How y'all feel like the playoffs are going, man? I know we haven't got really too deep into it. And the Bucks have beat what's it called, the Pacers. They beat them. They beat them without Giannis. the Bucks beat the Pacers without Giannis, man. But that's what you have to do, man. You got to be able to go out there and still be able to do it even without a superstar. And it's the same thing with the Clippers too. I'm glad the Clippers were able to go out there and do what they did today. Let me tell y'all something, man. I wanna say something right now while I'm on this subject right now with the Clippers and with Luka. See, everybody, you said the Pacers. You said the Pacers can't guard nobody. Yeah, well, their defense got to get it. You know, they got to get a lot better. Um, but they still pay. They still have had the Bucks number. But we'll see how they respond the next game. But I want to say this, man. I think I was telling Cypress this earlier. Luca, all you have to do is just when we talk about the Clippers and when we talk about the Mavs, they know how to beat Luca. Okay, all you have to do is just let Luca run himself ragged, doing all that scoring, and then next thing you know, he don't have that much energy for the third and the fourth quarter. You do all that shooting, all that stuff, and then by the time, like I said, you get to the third and the fourth quarter, you're gassed. That's the strategy that Ty Lue and them are implementing him. They're making it hard on him. And nobody expecting James Harden to do what he did. You got to give Harden his credit, man. Coming down with 28. Harden was on fire, man. This dude was litty today. You know, if Harden, if just imagine if Harden played like that in games that were on the line, like you know what I'm saying, like game sevens with the series on the line, dog, this dude could be murdering, dog. But um, if they keep doing what they're doing to Luca, because Kyrie actually outplayed Luca. If we're being honest, he shot better than Luca. And Kyrie was making some key plays and stuff like that. But Luca doesn't want to use his team. He's up in there getting mad at his team, screaming and stuff like that. But man, you always you want to dribble all the time. Like they know what you're gonna do. They know that everything revolves around you. If you're not scoring the bulk of the points, pretty much, man, the whole entire offense is gonna be gone. I mean, you got Lively out there, you got a few other players out there and stuff, but besides that, man, it's just Luca and it's just Kyrie. But see, with the Clippers, you have everybody on the team. You got Paul George getting into it. You got Westbrook getting into it. You got Harden getting into it. You know what I'm saying? Then when Kawhi come back, that's another problem that you're gonna have to deal with. You know, and they're not up in there playing. Surprisingly, the ball is moving with the Clippers. So that's what I wanted to. I wanted to talk about that game in particular because I saw that today, man, and I said to myself, I said, there's no way in hell that the Mavs are gonna win with them playing like this. You would think that Luca would be able to make some adjustments uh, with him coming into to the season and the Mavs being red hot and stuff like that. But the Clippers, they just came out of nowhere. You know. Now, do I think that the Clippers are gonna sweep them? No, but I think that they're gonna win the series if they keep a tight leash on Luca because he can't continue to play like that. All right, brown sugar. Yeah, but I think when it comes to the Lakers, that series is over. Um, the Lakers series is over. You know what I'm saying? You know, AD is the one that's really doing everything. Like I said, D'Lo is not showing up. LeBron, he got to show more heart. You know what I'm saying? Like him, everybody feel like he quit on his team and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the stats show it good, but at the same token, man, you gotta come out. Y'all are the ones that wanted that game. You said will y'all win the next game? No, who you talking about? Who you talking about? You talking about the Sixers? You talking about the Sixers, Cypress? You said what about them Celtics? Yeah, the Celtics now. Uh, Let me talk about that right there. Now they're no match. They are no match for them without Jimmy. They need Jimmy. they, I mean, the Celtics, man. They look like a. Come, okay, they were making the Miami Heat look like a JV team, man. Okay, with the Sixers, you said why you say the Lakers series over. It's not over. Lakers going home and get two. No, that's what I said. That's what I was saying. I said that the Lakers are, the series is over with. That listen, man, dog, who is gonna stop? Do you understand that these guys are on a whole nother level, Cypress? Like they're not even in who they. It's like they're toying with them in the second half. They just come out of nowhere. It's like the Denver Nuggets can play. They could beat you in so many ways, man. They could beat you in so many ways, and the Lakers, man, they're holding on for dear life. If 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 LeBron and AD are playing good, but the role players ain't playing good, then okay, you got a problem there. But everybody got to be playing. You said the Celtics look like the Globetrotters. The Lakers are winning two games at home. We don't know that, man. We don't know that. And you got to understand this: Denver is just as good on the road too, man. They're a good road team. Don't forget they went into Boston and they won it. What's up with it, Angelo Bell? I see you in the building, bro. Hope everything good with you, man. Hope the wife is good, man. Prayers up to your wife, man. Um, Listen, man. It's dog Cypress, man. It's over with. It's over with, man. And Joker is deadly on the road too. You said Adam Silver gonna make. Oh Lord, here we go. Nah, man. No, 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 no. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna combat that. You know what? I got a counter for that too. We can't say that anymore. You know why? Because they're starting to see the emergence of a guy like Anthony Edwards. Like, they're ready to move on from all this, and I know it hurts y'all. They're ready to move on from LeBron. They're ready to move on from KD. They're ready to move on from that era. And they're starting to a little bit with Curry. They're starting to try to move away from that Warriors era too. They're trying to usher in this new NBA that's coming in, like the Anthony Edwards, the Victor Wembanyama in a few years. You know what I'm saying? They want Joker to be on the top. You know what I'm saying? Giannis still got some time at the top and everything. You know what I'm saying? Got the Ja Morant coming up. You know what I'm saying? Got it. And look at what happened last year. Cyprus, they got swept last year. They got swept. And I don't see Adam Silver doing anything about that. Oh, some cookies. Oh man. What, 420 cookies? Yeah, SGA. Yeah, SGA is a beast. Yeah, like the SGAs. You know what I'm saying? They listen, man. We want to see other people, like, everybody's tired of seeing the same dudes every single year, man. Now, Jokic, Denver, and all them, they're just a good team. Somebody got to figure out how to beat Denver. The only way that I could see beating Denver is like what I said a few streams ago. I said that you have to be running, you know, back. You have to be running a lot of plays as it pertains to the back door, especially if you have a guy like Jokic out at the top. If you could somehow pull Jokic out of that top, and then the Lakers could have a whole bunch of cutters going in there, but it's going to involve them, attacking the paint more, and they got to get away from a guy like a Aaron Gordon, um, and all these other guys that are decent defenders, man. I don't think that KCP gets enough props. He's so underappreciated out on the perimeter. Walnut cookies. They ain't getting swept this year. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Hey, just remember what you said, man. Just remember what you said. Remember what you said. Um, these are the series I can see getting swept so far. Okay. Um, of course, the Miami series. I think that the Celtics are going to sweep Miami. All right. I can see Denver sweeping the Lakers. Okay. I can see that happening. Um, I can't really say the Mavs and the Clippers, man. I can't really say that. Um, honestly, let me see. With us, with the Sixers and New York, it all depends on the health of Joel Embiid. Because Joel Embiid, he's not healthy, and Nick Nurse had came out and basically he said that he's gonna continue to play Joel Embiid and push through the injury. That's a recipe for disaster. You said the Lakers getting swept again. Man, I mean, I don't want to. Hey, look, I don't want them to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to see a competitive series, but dog, man, 9 times in a row, 9 games. Dude, man. And the Bucks, I think the Pacers are gonna bounce back from that loss. I'm trying to think about New Orleans and the Thunder. Maybe so if they don't have Zion. But right now, the for sure sweep right now is the Celtics. That's the only one for sure because they don't have no answer. They don't even compete. They don't even match up well with this Miami team. Doesn't match up well with the Celtics. So man, I'm liking this parody, man. I'm really liking this parody. But yeah, the Bucks they went ahead and they took care of the Indiana Pacers, 109-94. Um, Dame did his thing. Um, now we are waiting for the Pelicans and um, the Thunder to get finished with their game, and that pretty much concludes the tip off. You said the refs can pull one out. Nah, they ain't gonna do that, man. Hey, really, man, they want the Celtics. They want the Celtics to be in the championship. I think a lot of people are pushing for either Celtics and Lakers, or Celtics and Nuggets. I, me myself personally, I would like to see Celtics and Nuggets. I would like to see that. I think that would be a very entertaining series. You said my son, sister ain't gonna be mad at me for a while. Why is that, man? Why they gonna be mad at you, Angelo? And hey, I'm gonna continue this discussion a little bit later. Straight to the point. Sports and entertainment, man. Phone about to die. I get at y'all later.